In the United States, nobody has friends. And there's statistics on this. I mean, like friendships are declining. I mean, I want to say off the top of my head, in the 1980s, the average person had 5 friends. Now, it's like one, and it's ridiculous. And like I would say, it's a lot worse than that. I mean, I don't know what those statistics are, but just going around talking to people, or maybe people think they have friends, right? Yeah, it just really sucks because you really see people's true nature throughout life. But like it's just there's an epidemic. Everyone's lonely. No one's talking to each other. Everyone is just being so cutthroat. I mean, you got, especially in the United States, you got to be a lone wolf. Like it's really rough out here with friendships, and it's hard to find people because the only places you go to actually meet people are basically bars and clubs. And like what kind of high quality people are you gonna find there? I mean, like, and hell, and you go to a coffee shop, everyone's on their computers or reading a book, trying to act like they're doing something. It's weird to approach a stranger in public. It's strange to speak to someone. I mean, people don't even know their own neighbors. Like, this is a very low trust society. Like, nobody trusts each other. So, like, this is a huge problem. And like, and I want to talk about this more because this is huge for your health, honestly. You know, like all their bullshit trainers talk about their macros. They talk about, uh, oh my god, they talk about bullshit workouts and things that actually don't actually matter. You know, you think that's what matters, but what really matters are the friends in your life, the friendships that you cultivate. Because if you don't have any friends in life, like, I mean, there's studies on this too. You might as well be smoking a pack a day of cigarettes. That's the stress that you're causing yourself. Like, I mean, and especially if you've been in that spot, yeah, it makes sense. You feel awful. You know, you age as a person. You know, you digress. You know, there's no growth happening. You're not living like a human being. Like, we're not tigers and sharks that live solitary lives. Like, we're human beings. We're supposed to live in tribes with other people. We're supposed to see other people every day. I mean, like, from the elderly to infants, I mean, like, no one sees anybody. And the people you do see are just your toxic work environment, all your coworkers that you're competing against, right? Because your coworkers are absolutely not your friends. And it's just like it's just I don't know. It's just when you leave your house, like, you know, you're just fair game for everybody. Like this is not okay. Like this is a huge problem, and there's so much cope around this. Nobody wants to talk about this. Everyone wants to live in this illusion, like everybody has friends and everyone's doing fine and okay. Like it pisses me off because we're not addressing the problem. How far is it gonna get? I mean, like, I mean, how many suicides I've seen from kids my 20 to 30, that age right there. I mean, we're dropping off like flies. Like it's horrible. I don't want to see any of this. And again, like it's everything I talk about is for your health, and this goes for you. You don't even want health. Men are just taking their health away. Like this is such a serious problem, and dudes out here are just fucking each other for girls, just for money and just stupid ass shit. It's just like things that don't even matter. It's just like men are so desperate and weak out here, and it's just so wrong on so many levels. It's like friendship is so rare. Like, I mean, friendship's always been hard enough, but the way society's set up, yeah, we're meant to fucking kill each other. That's what it is right now. The way everything is set up, and everyone thinks there's this scarcity mentality, like, you know, especially like with women. If I give that example, like this is the only thing I got. I gotta hold on to this tight. You know, if I don't get this, like basically, if I don't get, if I'm not having sex with this woman, that means I'm not having sex. Like, sorry if I'm speaking so fast. I'm just passionate about it. It's just like, you know, yeah, it's just very upsetting to me because, you know, at first I thought I had the only problem because I lost all my friends when I was 21 years old, and these were friends that I had when I was 12 years old, and for like 10 years, and all these kids were Albanian too. They're same race as me, and to be honest, after that happened, I believe friendship wasn't even real. Like that was a myth. That was something that didn't exist. Like I was just foolish to believe in that. And I'm really upset I thought that way in life. Well, because I'm 30 now, and now I realize I went the wrong way. Because yeah, they weren't. I mean, they were weak men because they just betrayed me. I mean, basically it was, and I'm telling my story because you guys can relate to it, because I'm sure it's happened to you guys. Because I had a friend that basically, you know, I had a friend that basically drugged me on mushrooms, and he he basically gave me a crazy dose. I mean, probably like 10 grams, and I legit went to a different universe. But then when I came back, I'll definitely make a YouTube video about this separately. But when I came back, I was completely different after, and I had no idea about the afterglow and everything, how you'd feel. And I remember my mind was completely different. I mean, it really just, really, it's really cliche, but like, I felt like I was ahead of other people, but my mind really opened up. And that's when I realized that college was useless. Oh my, if I stay here any longer, things are gonna get worse. That's when I decided self-educate, buy books, start learning about money, banking, learning about currency, how the world works, politics. Like I took a deep dive, and then the deeper I took, I realized the more solitude I needed. And I was reading books on psychology and sociology and human nature, and then I mean, I can name so many books. I mean, from Freud to Nietzsche. I read the 48 Laws of Power, which the Prince, that were completely, those books were huge for me. A lot of people, how dangerous they are. This is another YouTube video I should make too. But I realized everybody was just taking advantage of me, especially with the 48 Laws of Power. I have to thank that. I mean, there's maybe some other negative effects from it, but I read The Rational Male, Rollo Tomasi, about women, and I realized everybody was taking advantage of me. I had no friends, and it was true. I just didn't want to believe it. And then I just realized, well, this is how life is, because I had a lot of things in my life at the time. I mean, I was in shape. I had 2 jobs. I mean, I knew a lot of women. I had a lot of friends on campus. I mean, people said I was basically in a frat for the amount of people I knew. I mean, I couldn't walk anywhere without saying hello to someone or shaking someone's hands or talking to someone. Like, I knew everybody. I mean, and then I realized that's why everybody's surrounding me. That's why everybody's around me. So then I took a crazy chance. I decided, I'm gonna cut everybody off, and that's what I did. Well, I didn't want to cut anybody off, but see, I'm speaking too fast. I didn't want to cut anybody off, but I decided, you know what? Because I want to drop out of school, because I knew it was the right decision. And wow, at 30 years old, I was ahead of the game. Gen Z, you guys know what you're doing with school. Like, you guys know how stupid it is, and you're not gonna make any money. I know so many people, especially like computer science majors, and like, I mean, so many people don't even have jobs anymore. I mean, especially with AI. And I was learning about AI in 2017. People are calling me crazy for AI, but I've been preparing for it since then. You know, I was so ahead of the game. I was a full-fledged schizo, because this is really what I did. I just focused on myself. At the time, I wanted to be a fighter. I was reading books. I was self-educating. I was trying to be self-sufficient, working on my car, working on things in the house. I wanted to be basically a one-man army. And again, other people weren't going that way. I mean, what they saw was my life was just falling apart. I dropped out of school. I worked on the gym on campus, so I couldn't work there anymore. I eventually quit my jobs at the valet. I mean, that was just terrible. Working that, and it wasn't even worth it. And I had all my time to myself. It was completely amazing. I mean, before that in college, I had 5-minute increments in my schedule, believe it or not. I knew what I was doing every 5 minutes. I was so efficient. And then because I was giving my time to everybody else, and then I gave it back to me. And then when I did that, I realized a lot of people are probably going to cut me off, because I don't have any women in my life. I don't have the network. I'm not in school. I dropped out. I don't have a degree. And I'm like, I'm going to be ostracized. I'm like, you know what? Let's see who stays. Very dangerous game I played, but not a single person stayed, unfortunately. Well, fortunately. and I was happy that I did that. I was very, very grateful I did that. And and then it made me grow. Some ways I don't know. It's hard. Some ways I kind of felt like I stayed stagnant because again, I just gave up on friendship. I really thought it was a lie. I thought it was a myth. I think I was reading a lot of dangerous things that I shouldn't be reading at the time, like the 40 Laws of Power, The Prince, a lot of psychology. I mean, Richard Dawkins, The Selfish Gene, things like this. I mean, I was reading a lot of dangerous books, and that didn't help either. And I had such a nihilistic mindset from college in general, because college kind of gives you this, everything's backed by science. Like, what is friendship? Just chemicals in your brain? Like, it's not a real thing. It's not tangible. It's too abstract, you know. And I just had a really like bad time. And but then I just realized like, it took me some time to grow, and I realized I needed to connect back with people if I want to actually do anything, and I kind of rediscovered friendship and love and like all these things like just recently. Honestly, I'll say that right now. I mean, I was just trying to learn how to fight. I mean, I just wanted to hurt people all the time. Like that's really what it was. The only interaction I had with people was violence, was fighting, was chokes, leg locks, arm bars, and punches, kicks, and that's really what it was. It's just like my only like contact with people at that point. And I realized, and my friends stayed away from me even more because then they realized, I mean, they're kind of bullying me, but really, like they're walking all over me. But really, I had respect for them. They're my friends, and I could take a joke and no. But then I realized now that one reason why they stopped talking to me because they're just afraid of me, because they realized I was actually capable of something. And and I realized, and I thought it was just me. I'm like, woe is me, and this is my life. But then I started talking to more and more people. I'm not gonna say everyone had the same journey as me, but this is a very common story. This is a very common thing, and it keeps on coming up again and again and again and over again. I'm talking to different people, and it manifests in different ways. And some people were at different stages as I was, and like some people were still in denial, and some people were like, I'm never being friends with anybody again. And I saw this, and I'm like, no, this is just growing up in America. This is what it is. It's just like everyone is just everyone's really poor here. Everyone, not just financially, but mindset and in body. I mean, everybody's ill health. I mean, they're not working properly, so therefore their brains aren't working properly. This is why they're hurting their fellow man. I mean, the low distrust in society, like I brought up earlier. I'm like, okay, this is making sense. This is making so much sense because I realized with like MMA and everything, like, yeah, because I honestly I made some friends along the way, and I really changed a lot. And especially I was training children, and I realized, especially training children, I saw how much I changed as a person. I'm like, I don't want to be this person because my younger version of me wouldn't be happy with the person I became, and that made me really upset. And I just realized like I need to change this, and I think I have some solutions for some of these problems with friendships. Because the first thing I'll say is I realized friendship does exist. The reason why it didn't exist before because I said it didn't exist. Then I stopped being a friend. I started fucking people over. I became a bad person. I went down the dark path. And of course, friendship doesn't exist. Because in my reality, no one's a friend, right? Not even me. So I decided to change that immediately. And that's what I say you guys should do the same thing too. Believe in friendship. Believe in friendship. I'm telling you. You need to change as a person. Because, like, even though you might get all this betrayal, people wronged you, this and that, like, as long as you're a friend, 100% there's at least one person in this world that you can be that actually embodies what friendship is. And I really want to do that. And since I made that choice, I have been fucked over along the way. But I guess that's part of the game, right? I don't know if this path is for everybody or they have as thick skin as me. You definitely need thick skin for this. But it's very hard to find good people out there. But as long as you could become a friend, you keep it in your mind, you will find this person. You will force this synchronicity. This is what I believe. These people say the same thing, like women, like men, like, oh, like all women suck, all men suck, like I'll never find a husband, or why, I'll be alone forever. Like, no, you say that, yes, it'll become true. You'll never find a friend if you don't become a friend. And same thing, you'll never find your husband if you don't become that wife, and if you'll never find your wife if you never become that husband that you should be. Yeah, it's really tough to talk about. But yeah, I want to change as a person, because I knew even for my health, it's just like, this is when I even like returned back to psilocybin. Even like I could say, like, through psilocybin experience, I like I see, I didn't expect to be talking about all this. But one thing the psilocybin taught me, because I had this horrible trip at 21 with like these shitty ass people that gave me these drugs, and then I came back to it at 28, and it completely changed my whole mind on the world. It completely changed. I mean, it made me connect with my fellow man. It made me realize this is what I was missing in life, because I was really using psilocybin to make me a better fighter. It's really popular in the fighting, combat sports community. But that's not what I got. I got different things, like you should love more people. You should. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know what that was. I kind of learned what love was through psilocybin. I mean, I didn't. I don't. I've never really experienced that. I'm being for real. Like, I've never experienced love before. And then when I experienced what I experienced with psilocybin, I just didn't understand what made me so strong. Like my body. I remember too, when I took it, my body was hurt. I was overtrained, underslept. I was injured. But when I took the psilocybin, I just felt so much power, so much strength in my body. I didn't know what it was, and I was trying to understand this feeling, and I was speaking to people, and uh, people I connected with, and searching it up online, and it was kind of stupid. I mean, at the end, but I mean, I need to learn this lesson. But really, I guess what I learned was love. That's what it was. Maybe that's what Christ was talking about. I mean, I never took Christ seriously until then. I'm like, so this is love? Like, this is what everyone this like, because it was the strongest thing I ever felt. I'm like, I could just take over nations with this. It's like, like, I mean, the most powerful thing I ever experienced. I'm like, is this what I'm missing out on? Is this what I blocked off? Like, because I thought I was being stronger by blocking this. I thought this just made you weak, but like what I experienced with that. And I know the average man is missing this, because there's no way other people have experienced what I've experienced. Because, like, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, the divorce rate in this country, how women act, and obviously how men act, and like, I don't know. It's just, there's no really love in this country until I experienced it then. And I'm not even condoning drug use. I don't know. Maybe was it? I don't know. I still kind of doubt myself on it. But like, it was, from my research and people I've talked to. Like, I think what I experienced was what love was. But yeah, it's really difficult to talk about. But yeah, it's just, we need connection in life, because I realized how strong this power was that I felt. I'm like, oh, I mean, this could raise me from the dead. I mean, now it makes sense that doctors ask you, like, do you have loved one, like, before surgery or something serious, like, how many loved ones does he have? Does he believe in God? Like, this all makes sense now with this, because love is definitely the most powerful thing. I mean, no wonder Christ, I mean, I think Napoleon Bonaparte said himself, out of any conqueror, not word for word, but any conqueror from Alexander, Caesar, Genghis Khan, um, all these guys, I mean, Frederick the Great, like, the greatest conqueror of all was Jesus Christ. He didn't even have to lift up a sword to conquer the world. And even after his death. And it's like, it's just true. It's just like, it is the most powerful thing in the world. And I think that's what people are missing. Because people want to talk about love in a romantic sense. I think this goes from everything, from your family, romantic love, I mean, friendships. I mean, this is really what it is, right? I mean, this is what I'm learning. I mean, I'm not well versed in love at all. I'm not going to say that right now. I mean, if anything, the opposite, just violence and pain. I mean, that's the only thing I really know how to do in life. But like, I don't know. It's just like, I got to go on this different path now. I mean, like, is love really the answer? It's just like, just really confused. I kind of took those mushrooms to change, because I knew they changed my mind drastically beforehand, and I wanted to do it again, but kind of just, I don't know. I mean, I want to turn me into a better fighter, but not this. If anything, it told me not to fight, not to hurt other people. And I thought this is what this world was about. Yeah, I want to share that story with you guys, and we need friends. We need connection. We need people. And I'm glad I learned it. I guess I had to at this point. But be a real friend. That's what I'm asking you guys to do. And and most of all, I think it would be best for your health. You'll live longer, because the power I felt with love, if it was love, I don't know, but like the connection I made, that's what I need in life. Like that's what everybody needs. I want everybody to feel what I felt, and especially in a real sense. And if we use this, I mean, you'll be unstoppable. I mean, like, what force can stop that? I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think I'll end this. I don't want this to be too long, but yeah, like, subscribe, share the video, and if you want to work with me, click the link down below, or follow me on Instagram, and shoot me a DM there, and we could talk it out. I want to hear your story, and what's going on with you, because I want to. I believe I'll help myself immensely, especially where I came from, and I don't want to keep it all to myself, and I want to help as many people as possible. So please, guys, connect with me. I'm waiting for you guys. But thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one.